the left has increasingly become explicitly anti-child and anti-family. They've encouraged young families not to have children at all because of concerns over climate change. They've suggested that people who do have children are somehow being selfish, when I think being a parent is actually the most selfless thing that you can do.
For better or for worse, vice presidential picks have consequences. Donald Trump has made his, and Republicans have been on the defensive over JD Vance's past comments and positions pretty much ever since. Enter Kamala Harris, who will announce her choice reportedly on Tuesday, with Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro seen as the front runner, just ahead of Arizona Senator Mark Kelly and a pack of well-known progressive faces. Panel, what do you find, if anything, compelling about this process? I'm going straight to you, Bill King.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be Kelly or Shapiro, and my guess is Shapiro because the Democrats can win the election without Arizona. They can't win it without Pennsylvania, so that would be probably my guess as to who's going to get it. I thought the J.D. Vance selection was very odd when it took place because, first of all, anybody that had been reading knew he'd said all these terrible things about Trump before. And then the second thing is, if you're trying to pick a VP, you're trying to expand your base, and J.D. Vance didn't expand anything. He doubled down on the existing base that Trump has. You know, the big problem that Republicans have had in the last couple of elections are white suburban women. And, you know, and now you've got Jennifer Aniston out there. I mean, of all the people in the world I would not want on my case, it would be Jennifer Aniston.
All right, Gary. Bill makes some good points about unforced errors.
Yeah, I wouldn't. J.D. Vance was not my pick. I would have rather seen one of the great Republican women, and there was a bunch of them that would be a good choice. For whatever reason, he's the pick, so we're stuck with him. I think the criticism of him talking about the importance of people having children is right. There's a birth dearth in Russia and China now, which really has questions going forward in decades whether they're going to survive as modern powers. So it's important to have children. But I don't think the campaign should be about that. You know, if people decide they don't want to have children, that's their business. There are so many issues to run on, and we're not running on them at this point. We're talking about what is Kamala's race. I mean, look, the country for the most part is a multi-racial country, for God's sakes. You know, that's it. But that's not an issue. It doesn't matter. It matters on the issues, and if the Republicans do not start talking about the real issues facing the country, then they're going to lose. All right, Marcus, 30 seconds.
So I think that if I had my pick, right, we're talking about the VP pick, but this is not going to happen. If I were Vice President Harris, I would go and find John Kasich, pull him off the bench to show that the voice of a true independent. This is the voice of a true independent, right? Because he was a guy that was known for working with both sides, right? And it would cure the white male problem. It would cure the Republican problem. It would cure all the little areas that she can't touch, right? So they can send me a check. But with regard to VP picks, you know, Donald Trump, as he has done. Donald has done for years, he made a dumb pick in picking J.D. Vance because J.D. Vance has run his mouth in the past and he doesn't know how to stop running his mouth now. This man criticized the world's greatest gymnast for having the courage to step down in Tokyo with her mental illness. He called her a quitter in the midst of her winning gold medals, representing America, instead of recognizing her for the hero that she is for mental health and for the United States. He chose to criticize her and call her a quitter.
Dumb. Wow. All right, April, I call those unforced errors.
You know, choices have consequences, and unfortunately, this guy doesn't know how to stay muffled, J.D. Vance, and it may potentially cost Donald Trump the election. Now, Kamala is seeing what happened here, and hopefully she makes a better choice for VP. Somebody that can touch a base of people outside of the people that she can touch and influence.
All right, the Tomorrow Bell hot phone. The hot phone is ringing, and the Vice President's asking your advice. I think
she should pick Shapiro. I really do. I think that would be the best choice for her. Bill made a good point. Like you said, you can't win without Pennsylvania, and I do hope that she gets somebody who, I could care less about what those far left, they ain't running, you are. So make sure you do what's best for you in the country, not them, to get this done. Because Donald did you a favor picking Jackass Part 2 when he picked J.D. Vance. So we've got that freebie. That's a freebie. Don't let it go.
Does this shore up, does the Shapiro pick shore up the Jewish vote?
No, because he's number 2. It's not going to do that.
Are you saying Jewish people can't help if they ain't number 1?
No, they understand who number 1 is, and if the key speech I saw from Kamala is number 1. A couple of things: she didn't show up for Bibi Netanyahu's speech before Congress. She should have. Number 2, when she gives, after her meeting with Bibi, she comes out and gives a statement, and the first paragraph sounds great. She gets in the second paragraph and starts reciting Hamas talking points about people starving in Gaza when